Good morning. Welcome to your Tuesday leg workout. This is going to be absolutely incredible. Be prepared because it is going to be intense this morning, but you're going to absolutely love it. This is my favorite kind of combination of exercises for shaping your legs and your bum. I'm not going to lie to you, it's going to be challenging at parts, but it's going to be quick. You will need some hand weights and you will need a chair as well. A chair or a stool. I'll show you everything, so don't worry. And some water. Yeah? Strap in. So we'll start off with the first couple of exercises that I've got are really about just getting some blood flow into the legs and increasing some circulation. So the first kind of couple of rounds of our exercises are going to be no weight, so you don't need them right away, but we'll start with just stretching out the hips to begin with. So let's put the knees down, we'll put one leg up, 1 foot up, and we're just going to lean into the floor there, and actually do this. I like to do this sometimes. So when you're in this position, I'm going to get you to just lean your hips into the floor, but you're also, this bent knee now, I'm just going to squeeze it out just a little bit. Just literally ½ an inch makes such a big difference. So I'm just going to lean forward and squeeze the knee out just a little bit. And it just opens up the hips a little bit more. It's just a really nice way to just open up the hips. So we'll switch over. So 1 foot up, I'm going to lean forwards and really feel that good stretch in the hip, and then I'm just going to squeeze the knee out just a little bit, just a couple of times each side. If you've just got out of bed, I mean, this is perfect. Just to make sure, obviously we're going to get into some weights today, so it's really important that we mobilise properly. So from there, we're going to take a couple of steps each side. You can either keep the knee down or you can bring the knee off the floor. If you bring the knee off the floor, you're going to sink your hips into the ground a little bit more, and it just accentuates that stretch in the front of the hip. So a couple of steps each side, and then we're going to go into getting a really, really, really good warm up. Get some blood going into the legs. One more each side. So every time, hips sinking into the floor. Okay, so as always, if you need a little guide behind you, a step, or you can tap your bum onto the sofa. Good morning. Whatever's good for you, yeah? Look at the state of my sofa. What a mess. All right, so we're going to go open feet. So wide feet. I'm going to tap my bum on the chair and tap my fingers in between my feet. I'm going to big stand and Y. So tap, big stand and Y. So I'm going to squeeze bum hard at the top. So just a couple of these here. So we're going to get the blood going. Every time you stand up, you're squeezing your bum hard, okay? Let's do 10 more from here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. We're going to go back to the floor. I'm going to go back to a few more steps here. Again, sink the hips into the floor and switch. So we're getting some blood going. Really mobilise the joints. And then we'll start our first round. So we've only got 30 seconds on each movement with a little 5-second transition time in between just to get into position, yeah? I'll show you. Okay, so the first movement is the one that we've just done. Oh, that's quite a nice stretch there actually. That feels lovely. First one is going to be the squat and big arms. Don't forget, you don't need your weights just now. So we've got 4 exercises to do, no weights. All right, squat and stand. with big wide arms. God, this is going to be a really good fat burner, really good leg shaper. Ready? Okay, let's go. Make sure my volume's up. So I'm going to squat and stand. Again, use the chair behind you to guide your bum. So the feet are wide. Big wide arms. God, I'm going to get sweaty. I'm warm already. 8 seconds. Oh, my volume's up on my phone. I'll stop that. Good. 5 seconds. Transition into reverse lunge. So you're going to take your step back. Keep your belly button tight. I'll turn the volume down on my phone. I didn't put it on silent. That's very unlike me. So just stepping back. Just all part of your warm up. Just to get the legs nice and warm. 3, 2, 1. 5 seconds. Let me pause that. I wonder if I can adjust my volume here. Can I do that without losing you? Yeah, I can. Vibrate, off, do not disturb. I love a do not disturb. I get so much work done. Got you back. Okay, cool. All right, this third movement is glute bridges. Gonna lay face up, palms up, and we're just gonna glute bridge, hips up to the sky. Ready? Okay, let's go. Big hips. Squeeze the hip bones. Squeeze your bum. Hip bones up to the sky. So really warming up, activating your bum. So lots of power in the push-up. Only 30 seconds for each movement. With a little transition time in between. Good, perfect. Next one is going to be mountain climber. Off we go. We're going to run, or you can step. I'm going to run this one. So this is your fourth movement that will complete your warm-up round. And then we're going to go back to the beginning, okay? 10 seconds. Don't forget, you can always adjust it to however you want it to be. Good, perfect. Back to the beginning. Round 2. I'm going to squat. Big wide arms. Squeeze your bum hard at the top. Your speed is up to you, but we are aiming to increase circulation. Get lots of blood into these muscles. 10 seconds. Squeeze. Squeeze. 3, 2, 1. Good. You're going to go back into your lunge now. So we're going to take step back. Big push through the front heel. So when you're here, push hard through your front heel to really activate your bum. Hamstrings going. And keep your belly button tight. When we get into the weight section, before we get into the weight section, we'll stop for a little drink, okay? 2, 1, good. Glute bridges. Face up. Drive the hip bones up to the sky. Now, you can either stay here on the back, or you can come up into a straight arm to increase it a little bit more, to creating a tabletop. 5 seconds. So lots of power. Really power through the bum. Good, well done. Into mountain climber. Off we go. You can either step here. If your hips are really tight, then step it. Or you can tap. Or you can run. I'm going to run. 8 seconds. We're going to go back to the beginning, and that will complete our little warm-up round. Warm up, you say? Wide feet. Tap. Tap your bum and tap your fingertips. If you can't touch the floor, it doesn't matter. You go to as far as you can go. And it doesn't have to be a low step. If you can't get down, it's absolutely fine. Just tap your bum on the sofa or grab your chair, something a little bit higher. 5 seconds. 2, 1. Good, well done. Into your lunge. Woo. Take a step back. Gonna squeeze your belly button. And push hard through your front heel. Oh, my legs are warm now. Beautifully warm. We're ready for the weights. Coming up in a bit. You've got 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's pause here. Grab some water. Okay, I'm going to show you the first exercise. It's going to be, just looking at my chicken scratch then, that I've just written down. We're going to go for plie squats. They're going to be slightly wider feet than before. And I'm going to go for 2 weights, okay? So I'm going to go for 2 weights in each, one hand. Weight in each hand. Wait, you know what I mean. And we're going to go super wide. So I'm going to turn the toes out just a little bit. And we're going to use that guide again. So you're going to use something behind you. What's so important here is that you really focus on keeping your knees out. When you stand up, sometimes your knees like to come in. Always focus on squeezing them out. So imagine you've got a piece of string attached to the outside of your knees, squeezing your knees out, yeah? Okay, we've got plie squats for 30 seconds. Off we go. So I'm going to aim to just tap the same way you did before with your fingertips on the floor. I'm just tapping dumbbells on the floor and keep the chest up, knees open. If you haven't got weights, you can still do this. You can still do it with a 5-litre bottle of water. Anything that you can lift in between your feet. Next one is going to be a squat and a side kick. So same thing with the guide behind you. Squat. I'm going to bring one leg out to the side. So I'm going to tap. That's a little bit too low for feet together. Let me adjust it. So feet are just underneath your hips. You really focus on the outside of your bum. Such a good bum shaper. Gives you that kind of like nice peach on the outside. Good, perfect. Your third one is where you'll need your chair. Let's pause it for a sec. You'll need to grab your chair here. So I'm going to put it side on so you can see. So I'm going to lay belly down onto this chair and I'm going to give my chair a little hug. So we're going to go feet together. Let me get my breath back. And then we're going to raise. Actually, what I'm going to get you to do, don't look at my dirty feet, I've been walking around with bare feet. What I'm going to get you to do is point your toes down. So every time you come back, you're just going to kiss the floor with your toes and heels up to the sky. Yeah? You said you wanted a better bum, what else do you want? Okay, let's go. Is that ticking? Yeah, perfect. So toes pointing down. I'm going to push the heels up to the sky. Big push. So imagine your heels, you're trying to lift the roof off. Big push. So it doesn't have to be a quick movement, it's controlled. Oh, I feel this in my bum. Oh, this is a good one for strengthening the lower back as well. I love this one. Okay, your final movement in this sequence is going to be ab bicycles, okay? I feel like I'm surrounded by all this stuff now. So we're gonna go shoulder blades off the floor. We're gonna go opposite elbow to opposite knee. You've got a couple of variations as you always have. As long as your lower back is glued to the floor, you're all good. So you're gonna either go feet flat, keep the knees bent, or if you want a bit more of a challenge, you're gonna go legs out. The lower your legs go to the floor, the more challenging it is, yeah? Are you ready? Let's go. So I'm gonna go opposite elbow to opposite knee, and I'm really gonna crunch in the middle. So really squeeze in the middle. You're aiming to keep your shoulder blades off the floor. Again, it's not quick. You want real contraction in the middle. 6 seconds. We're going to go straight back to the beginning, okay? Good. So jump up. You want your weights, wide feet. We're going to squat, big stand. So now you're in the flow. Everything should be feeling a little bit more fluid because everything's warmed up now. So 2 things, 3 things. Knees out, squeeze bum hard at the top. Keep your chest high. Knees out, squeeze bum, chest up. Good, well done. Into squat and side kick. So I'm gonna go 1 squat, kick. This one, I want you to focus from the movement to come from your hip, not from your body. So I'm gonna move just through the hip. And I'm really focusing on that outside part of my bum. 6 seconds. Oh, that's burning. Good, grab your chair. Off we go. Toes pointed down. Gonna kick the heels. Kick the roof off. It's a big punch. And steady on the way down. And you're just gonna kiss the floor with your toes. Big punch up. The grunting is optional. Okay, well done. Bicycles. We're on fire this morning. Good, opposite elbow to opposite knee. Take your time. It's making sure that you really connect in the middle to get a full contraction. Your fingertips are super light on your temples. Sorry, I can't talk. 5 seconds. Good, well done. Up onto your feet. Okay, back to the beginning. Wide feet. You can turn your toes out just slightly. Gonna squat and stand. Knees out. Squeeze your bum. So this one I can speed up a little bit now. We've only got 1 more round. 3 seconds. Good. Squat and side kick, ready? So 1 squat. Movement from the hip. Oh my God, this is such a good leg shaper. This little sequence. It's probably some of my favourite exercises. I know there are so many. The variations are, you know, endless, aren't they? But I love this little set. 5 seconds. Oh, God. Grab your chair. Toes down. Big heel punch up to the sky. You're gonna lift that roof off. You can hear my chest squeaking. Big punch. Oh, my bum is on fire. Good. Into bicycles. Let's go. Shoulder blades off the floor. Don't forget your alternative. Do you know what? Even with knees bent and putting the feet down, it's still so challenging for your core. Your lower back is glued to the floor, okay? We've got one more round. 3 seconds. Gonna get straight up. Good. Last round. Dumbbells. 1 feet. Good, big stand. So keep those knees out. Chest up. Last little bit now. I'm sweating. 10 seconds. Stand and squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Good. Squat and side kick. Let's go. Feet under hips. I'm going to squat. 1 side kick. So all your focus is on the outside. So try and keep your body fairly central. Your movement's just coming from the hip. Oh man, that is burning now. 6 seconds, not even. Good. Back in. No, we're not done yet. Got 1 more. Into the chair. Toes up to the sky. Sorry. Heels up to the sky. Now, when the beat comes, I want you to ignore it. I know. When the beat comes, just ignore it. You just keep going. Keep going. We're going to do 10 more from here. 10, 9, 8, so you can get to the end. 7, 6, oh my bum. 5, 4 more. 4, 3, 2, you're going to hold on 1. 1. So from here, you're going to punch the heels up for 10, 9, 8, 7. Ignore the beeps. 6, 5, 4, shit. 3, shoot. 2, 1. Oh my god. Well done. Last round of bicycles. Are you ready? Okay. Let's go. Shoulder blades off. You're going to glue your belly button to your spine. So keep that pulled in really tight. This is your last bit here. Last bit, last bit. You've got only 10 seconds. 5, 2, 1. Good, well done. Guys, that is it. I told you we were going to go in. It's going to be intense. Get the work done. You know, it's really, really beautiful to just have something that fits into your life without, you know, having to spend hours. And the more frequently you do it, you know, the better results you get. Okay. Have a little stretch now. You can stretch out the quads, hamstrings, so I'll show you a couple of my favourites. So you can sit back onto the heels, feel a nice stretch in the front of the leg there, or to accentuate it, you can bring the fingertips behind you and you can just gently lift the hips off the floor. And you'll feel a really beautiful stretch at the front of the body there. You've got all sorts of lovely ones. You can put the feet together, grab hold, and you can just let the knees fall apart. That's a beautiful one too. You can go legs out in front and just fold in half. And you can just let the weight of your upper body just really stretch through your the back of your body, so your back, shoulders. You can reach wherever you can get to. Just have a little bit of a grip. You can aim to get your elbows to the floor. That's wonderful. If you can't, it doesn't matter. That's what you're aiming for. So the more you practice, the more flexibility and the better you'll get, yeah? Repetition is the mother of all skill. So, you know, a little child's pose you can go into as well. Just spend some time. I know a lot of you have to go to work, but you know, I posted a 10-minute yoga thing that you can do as well. You know, if you really want to have a nice kind of stretch routine after something like this, God, look at us. Then you can hop onto YouTube, put 10-minute yoga in. The link is on the page. So yeah, do whatever you need to do. I love you so much. Thank you so much for doing that with me. That was wonderful. And create a beautiful day. And I will see you tomorrow morning. Love you. Bye.